All right, so welcome tonight. My name is Meda Sefalujimo, the team lead of Plan B Express. I'm going to take you on ride tonight and just to a kind of guide and a high effect on updating the market. And of course, as a new person, we expect you to get the basic orientation. And but I will just quickly let you know that Plan B is an ecosystem, all right, for digital entrepreneurship. So we do beyond just crypto, so you may not know. So it's for digital entrepreneurship, yeah, because we know things are more hybrided now, and then we explore so many opportunities when it has to do business, and Blockchain Academy trying to like let people go to more, to know more, because there are so many misconceptions out there about the blockchain technology, especially in the area of crypto. And I'll be saying this time without number, the most mature participants in the financial market are people from the stock market. Why? Because they understand the rudiment of growth and then being able to grow their money over the years. So, but the largest financial market, of course, we know is the Forex, but there are a bunch of lies people tell you about the Forex market and which are not true. And then the worst environment, that's where I belong. The crypto market is the worst environment in the financial market. Why? It's conjured with so many funny people. People who just jackpot, who cash out, just use it to pump a coin and dump on you and all of that. So it's the worst financial environment. I put it to you. You can tell anybody, fairly say so, that the worst financial environment, of course, is an emerging environment. So as an emerging environment, it's conjured with so many funny things and all of that. So you can't stop those things, but you can remove yourself from those things. So I've been talking, for a very long time about Ponzi scheme and all of that. You can't stop Ponzi scheme not to come, but you can remove yourself outrightly from Ponzi scheme. Okay, so I quickly want to share, a page with us now and why you actually need to take your business very seriously. So looking at the market, you can see the DXY have dealt with Bitcoin, and now we're having a kind of dimension towards DXY. If you understand this, you do not need to go deeper. So if you want to learn more about how to understand the market, when to buy, when to sell, I think that's when it's expedient for you to go to Plan B Express and enroll in the academy. Good news is that we're starting our next batch of training. There's a batch going on now. I think they still have 2 more Saturdays or so to go for basic and intermediate, and then we'll be wrapping up. And of course, for all the people who have participated in the academy before, either you are still on ground or you've traveled, and because I know some of our students who participant, some of them are away now, some have jackpot and all of that. So you will we'll be planning the graduation, probably maybe July or August, if you are going to be participating virtually. Congratulations for that. Then by June, we will start the online participant, and to have some clients who paid for an online participant and all of that. So that's going to help you. Now, so you want to know more detail, don't get deceived. The first fundamental thing you must get addicted to if you want to do well in this space is education. Now, get it right. Getting education is in 2 forms. Education of basic orientation, how to just navigate, take information. So some of you who want to do that, you need to know basic, at least basic and intermediate, whereby you'll be able to navigate through exchange, through wallets and all of that. Then you want to be independent to really know this business well and hold it. It's a skill that you stay with for life. The same skill in the forex, the same skill in the crypto, the same skill in the stock, in the commodities and all of that. Of course, it will be expedient to pay rapt attention to more deeper trainings and all of that. So now we're looking at the BTC, as it were. Yeah, so, but I've always been telling people, so BTC has tried its best. You see that it's been a range market, since almost the beginning of this month, right? And we are closing the month almost like that. So you needed to break where it is now, and then we still have some resistance ahead of us, from $28,000 to $29,200. And so we need to cross above that beautifully to enter into the Red Sea again. And so it's not beautiful ahead anyway. So, but the guy have been able to struggle and go above, the challenge it was facing before now. So, but the give and take, do I actually need to, why you need to be interested in Bitcoin movement is that it's going to determine certain things in your market, in your business, and your asset, portfolio building. And those of you who are maybe on subscribe group, you understand what we're talking about when you have to look at BTC. Why? Number one, the narrative of BTC to your coin you are buying, when BTC is moving like this, other coins like low cap coin, dust coin, meme coins that are giving you some money at a point, that's when you need to start looking on how to review some of those portfolio to sell off some of them, because as Bitcoin takes some good movement, either up or down, they will be affected. So people will start selling off. Two things are involved. When BTC is moving drastically up, people sell off their meme coin and dust token and low cap coin to push it back to BTC to ride it. That's number one. If BTC is moving down drastically very fast, people sell off to stay aside and left their money in their USDT, what is stable coin or whatever. Now, so two sides of it. So two movement of Bitcoin that's not favorable for you, who you are really building portfolio, is drastic up or drastic down. So the best movement of Bitcoin for you, if you don't understand what you're doing, of course, you can attest with me, those of you in private mentorship, be with me, live portfolio, you will see that when BTC, since it has been sluggishly sideways, we have been doing beautifully well in some coins. Example of it, just last week, we talked about the PLSX, and then we talked about OG. OG eventually dumped, but we saw ULX. ULX has not rested. Let me quickly go back there. ULX. So ULS have not rested, and I'm sure ULS will still go, and you can see ULX. So that was a very beautiful move for ULX. If you understand what you are doing in the market, since last year, look at the good entry and sell off, good entry and sell off. All of these ones are just in between. They were not even too necessary, unless you are just doing scalping or maybe literally to take some. Then you see beautiful breakout here, and then so it's still on the ride, and so you want to get up at least to ride back and all of that. Maybe go to the previous all-time high of 13 cents. Why? The narrative is this. I'm not saying those of you who were there last week, you saw when we're talking about the beautiful thing about it now is the fact that let's look at it. There's a narrative of Bitmart's listing. So Bitmart to be listed, ULX to be listed on Bitmart on the 1st of June. So that could increase, that could in turn again increase. But there are two sides of it too. Again, you must understand that some persons who must have bought, but what is going to help again is that there are some group of people who will continue to add up to their staking or their farming, as it were. So it continue to go up. And the hype around, people are promoting who are like network marketer or Mavi, Ultron. There's two segments to the Ultron stuff. The Ultron Foundation itself for you to be able to, do farming, Ultron, ULX, nice Ultron swap or something, Ultron. So that's going to Ultron swap. Just a moment, beg your pardon. So Ultron swap. So these are utility, of course, Ultron swap. Ultron swap, what's it going on? Okay, so that's a lot of people, we want to do some staking, especially the new staking added up. So these are part of the utility or things that motivate people to want to participate in an ecosystem. Okay, so with that, you have people who definitely just pump and dump it, especially when it's been listed, on the, oh, sorry about that. So when it's been listed on Bitmart, so you're going to have some trading volume coming in down, but don't get it twisted too. Those trading volume too will trigger the pumping and then eventually create some crazy dump. So, but you are going to have some people too who will not be exposed to things like the farming. Okay, you can see the farming, new additional, liquidity pools were added. We have the chain link, all right? We have the chain link added, okay? Let's look at where we, okay? So we have the chain link added. So let's go down here. Okay, so the chain link is added and the Matic too is equally added. So that, you are going to have people trying to farm, and so they wouldn't want to touch their coin, they buy to lock. That's a kind of sequential or gradual growth of the coin, as it were. So farming is one of the beautiful aspects of crypto. Of course, we have been exposed to farming for many, many years, and then staking, but don't get it twisted. There are other angles to farming and staking, lending, and all of that using to hit people's head. Be careful, because they will continue to be like that. But I always tell people, when I still have friends or who ordinarily ought to have been exposed to the crypto proper now and still patronizing some of those funny schemes, it's quite disheartening and unfortunate. If at this stage what we're still jumping around is all of those Ponzi schemes. So I call them wallet Ponzi schemes. I think I could have example wallet Ponzi scheme. I remember I posted something on our forum. If you're on our WhatsApp forum, Telegram, and all of that, you should see one thing I posted about wallet. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I think I could have it here. So I call it wallet education, all right? If you go to our forum, if you have not gone to read that, you want to try to go and read. I call it wallet education. They are talking about, I call it knowledge base to avoid funny wallet traps, right? So we talked about the decentralized wallets and all of that. And now we're having decentralized exchange. A crypto wallet associated with transferring digital assets like Bitcoin, while crypto exchange are associated with a marketplace. So where bidding of different crypto coins take place, take effect. So wallet offers storage capabilities and provide dozens of other, features. However, crypto exchange are, a semi-banking systems yet operating, in like the likeness of conventional banking activities. So most notably, decentralized wallet linked to countless applications and all of that. Now, so the bottom line is that what are wallets? What are decentralized wallet? Take note. A decentralized wallet gives users total control. Note this, total control. If you do not understand this, I will beg you, everyone listening to me tonight, if you're in cryptocurrency and you have not read, Bitcoin white paper, I think it's expedient you go back. You can go to bitcoin.org, right, and click on white paper, or click on, so if you go to bitcoin.org, I'm just trying to pick out something because I just discovered that a lot of people fall victim of so many funny schemes, people who claim to know and still falling, prey of those people. Well, that's your own cup of tea. But I discovered there are still so much innocent people today that are falling victim of all those funny people. So if you go to bitcoin.org and you click on an introduction, and then you're going to see white paper. So you click on white paper, and then it shows you either to download on English and then other languages. So if you click on English, it's going to download it and show you the white paper, Bitcoin white paper, So you have to read it. In fact, if you read it, it's going to give you an idea. It's a purely peer-to-peer versions of electronic cash, will allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution. So digital signatures provide part of the solution. So, but the main benefits are loss of trusted third party. It's still required to prevent double spending. So we propose our solutions, to the double spending problems and all of that. Peer-to-peer, network. So the network time spans, the transactions by hashing them. That's where we give birth to about the blockchain technology. So now, so when you look at wallet, so we talked about something about wallet. Look at it. Now, don't get it twisted. Something to enlighten you this night. We said, users make peer-to-peer crypto transfer and take custody of their cryptocurrencies. That is why people prefer, to decentralized crypto wallets as non-custodial, referred to as non-custodial or semi-custodial or private wallet. So look at it. It is not enough to have the seed phrase of a wallet, but you equally need to have the private keys to enable users to slave such a wallet, on another similar decentralized via import made possible via dApps. Now, I know a lot of people are participating on so many funny now. I don't need to call names that, this is a decentralized investment, it's a decentralized wallet. It's a wallet. It's an app, not a wallet. There's difference between an app and wallet. I, Felix, can create an app now, and then I ask you to put your money and put everything, and I set a seed phrase. That you have a seed phrase not enough. Every decentralized wallet should have a seed phrase and at the same time have a private key of your wallet. So if not your private key, not your money. So you have to remove yourself from this deception of you have your 12 phrase written down. It's not enough. No wallet stop at only the feed phrase. I think that's will enlighten you now. Even those of you who have your MetaMask, you have your Trust wallet and all of that. And now having written down your having written down your your seed phrase, equally have your private key of each wallet you added on your MetaMask. So that anytime, anything you want to do, either without the recovery phrase, the seed phrase, you can use the private key to import that wallet to another wallet. That's like in ICT, we call it slaving of the HDD. The hard drive, you slave it to the primary, from secondary hard drive to the primary hard drive and all that. Forget those jargon anyway. So don't get deceived that somebody just populate an app on a phone that you can download on Android and all of that, and then you now say, okay, it's decentralized. Now, there's something I'll quickly just go back to. So you can go and read this thing by yourself. I posted it, and that's one of the biggest problems we have in Africa. We don't read. People are on our forum, on cash flow system, even people on private mentorship, maybe some people will not even read it. We just want to make money, but we don't learn how to preserve our money. Now, one of the worst Ponzi scheme that happened in 2019, 2018 was what we call Plus Token Wallet in 2019. And other similar wallet came out after it. Look at it. Plus Token Wallet was a Ponzi scheme that operated worldwide, but mainly had investors in China, South Korea. So Plus Token started in April 2018. It offered monthly payment to users of its cryptocurrency wallet. So there was, also a token called Plus associated with it. So the total amount of cryptocurrency token by Plus Token was estimated to be worth, based on 2019 price, between 2 to 2.9 billion. And this Plus Token wallet scam people worth about $15 billion, so something around that. Either about $5 billion or something. So the selling of this cryptocurrency from Plus Token was speculated to have been the cause of price drops in Bitcoin, because they were selling off, collecting people money and exiting through Bitcoin. So in June 2019, 6 Chinese nationals associated with the scheme were arrested in Vanuatu and then deported, to their could face trial in China. And so 2020, again, China's Ministry of Public Security announced that 29 major criminal suspects and 82 key members of Plus Token have been arrested. And so this happened and all of that. So now, what are the key things you must look at in a wallet? So call it a decentralized wallet. However, we have 2 major types of decentralized wallet. Either you call it online or soft wallet. Sometimes they refer to it as hot wallet. But hot wallet is literally wallet inside, yeah? So the hot wallet is literally wallet that are inside your what's it called? Inside your exchange platform. Those are hot wallet primarily. So, but sometimes some people refer to online wallet as hot wallet. So we say these are software applications that store virtual currency and run on mobile, device or PC, because hot wallet, are always connected to the internet. So they are more vulnerable to hacks. However, most online wallets are free and all of that. So now, example, we have the MetaMask, we have all of these are online wallets, which can still be hacked if you are too careless. And of course, you want to understand how to keep the security of your wallet. I think that's why you need to enroll in Plan B Express. I can tell you that for free. Now, cold wallet are usually those USB-enabled wallet, like where some of us have SafePower, we have Ledger Nano X and all of that. I think I still owe a lot of people, the importation of that ledger nano S and ledger nano X, treasure, and all of that. So now what you do today, if you are now growing the crypto, it is expedient of you to have the hardware so that you can link it with your online and use this one as a what? Confirmation when any withdrawal to be done. So you have the hardware. So with that, even when a hacker gain access to your wallet, you will not be able to transfer any money. Crazy, right? So that's another lesson for people who want to learn over time. So now, but what are the basic things you need to look at in wallet before you get your hook? So parameter for selecting legitimate decentralized wallets, right? Said number one, reputation. So prioritize safety. So when reviewing a decentralized wallet, most time take a review. Go on Play Store, go on Apple Store to check, review what they're saying about this one. Don't just jump in and people say, oh, we are making money now. How can a wallet be paying you 1% per day? For God's sake. I don't blame Ponzi creators. I blame patronage, those people participant in Ponzi scheme. 30% in a month is not a bogus percentage, but the realistic measurement is not there. If you're by yourself, you are getting involved in crypto, you can do even 100% in a month. But you can bet with me that there's some months you may not do that. There will be 2 months that is so hard unless you are not really growing money. People who are growing money don't do it, in equalizer. It's not a geometrical progression. Sometimes you can do 40% in a day. Sometimes you can do 100% in a month or even a day. Sometimes in 3 months, you wouldn't get entry positions. Sometime in 2 months, you'll be on drawdown if you are in the business. And those are the things we calculate, and those are the things people don't want to do. So how can somebody be guaranteeing you, pay you 1% every day, for you just to keep in your money? We still have even wallets that are operating more like this. Like we have problem with them today because of they put money in liquidity and liquidity got liquidated those money. They are still having problem. Talking about Celsius wallet and all of that. These are wallets that were well known that cannot pay you those bogus percentage or some of those funny crap I'm telling you today. And then you think that you can eat your cake and have it. It's not done. Right? So then, number 2, very importantly, so we have said you have to check the security priority. Now, make sure that this wallet are blockchain compatibility. The blockchain compatibility of every wallet is very important. And what is it all about? So now it has to have connectivity to dApps and then your platforms that you can connect and all of that. So we have different wallets, for instance. I just mentioned some of them, like MetaMask, we have them, some that Phantom linked to Solana blockchain, Hero connected with XTZ, Potem and Potra connected with Aptos, and so many other wallets like that. So you need to have a wallet. No wallet is isolated without having a dApps connectivity. And all your money you are keeping in a wallet and you think you are safe. You're not safe. That wallet is not a wallet, it's an app, not a wallet. Now, ease of use, of course, user-friendly is one of the fundamental things again too. Then another crazy thing is that check the wallet you are using. What is the API integrations? And what are the dApp integrations? How many dApps can be connected externally? For instance, you have some platform. Why do you put in money in liquidity of a wallet? For instance, let's go to here. Look at ULS, for instance. You want to stake your ULS. You can quickly connect your ULS from the ULS platform via your MetaMask wallet, in through the dApps and connect it. So now sometimes you want to stake some coin. Let me use example, Drip Network, for instance. You can do it, connect with your MetaMask through PancakeSwap for liquidity. So when you are removing liquidity, you know that you are interconnected with some dApps. And so with that, you have some connected security, not just one group of persons. And then when you put in your money, you put in your money, the money is extracted directly to those their own personal wallet. Quite unfortunately, some of us don't even pay attention to some of those things. To go and check that when you send in your money is actually not available where you thought it's available. Okay? So dApp integration is very important. Lastly, you have to see what we call API synchronization. So Sync API allows a wallet users to synchronize some private data between multiple clients and all of that. So you can be able to have money that the price of, imagine sometimes some of us keep money in a particular wallet. You have not even sat down to look at when the price of commodity or those digital assets in the market go down, that your money still remains stagnant and you are jumping up that you have money in a wallet. It's an app which anybody can create. I just an example of Plus token for you guys. So I think a word should be enough for the wise. And so I'm doing this not because of existing people, because existing people, if you want to die, die. I'm doing this for innocent people who probably were coming in. Because the existing people, if you have not heard at this stage, that you have really, you have a kind of reprobate mind. So I'm doing this for innocent because I discovered that so many innocent people are coming into crypto every day by day, and they are exposed to some of those, greedy and selfish, wicked, so-called leaders that have been misleading them to so many platforms. Okay, so now you can see the narrative about the ULX. Now, another narrative token we're having, quite unfortunate, it's not the coin that can be mentioning for you, is Ordinals, which is called the BRC20 ecosystem, are crazy platforms. And then I told people too, when you want to be participating in airdrop, create different wallet for your airdrops. Yeah, create different wallet for your airdrops so that you don't fall victim of, some likely chances of, problems with, for unlimited spending and all of that. Okay, so you can quickly do so. Ordina, I was checking Ordina. That is another crazy platform. Yeah, that a narrative of Bitcoin NFTs. So an offshoot, and of course you know that the pioneers of some of those things, what's it called? STX stacks. Some of us who have blockchain wallet were given some stacks free those time when we did our KYC, as it were. All right. So that could help you learn how to follow narrative. And that's why we were telling people that come and get enrolled in Plan B. They thought it just like we're joking. Come and get connected. Okay, if you know much about crypto, come and have access to information. Because what rules this world is information, timely information. The type of information you get access to determine how quality, you're able to build up, things around yourself and all of that. All right. So you want to sit down and look at things inwardly so that you can build your financial freedom. When it's built, money can be made. And that's why anybody can make money after 1 year or two. They qualify for 20 cars, and then even to now invest $1,000 for Mr. Borrow and Mr. Help Me. In fact, it's usual language among network marketers say, will you sign me up? Yeah. So what is your financial freedom? Now, last but not least, I will explain to you again. I have seen again via my research that people who started crypto with so much joy, at the middle of their breakthrough, they run away. Why? They lack what we call effective planning. Most of them do not plan. When bull run come, everybody make money and they change their cars. Meanwhile, one of the cars they bought to just impress friends will have been money that will be using for routine to service them before the next bull run. We always have a cycle of 4 years where everything will be so green. So what happened? What's your preparation for the dry time? And what's your advantage? Like I said, the bear market is not your enemy. Neither is the bull market your friend. So what do you plan when the bear market comes? Or what do you do when the bull market finally comes with what you are seeing on the table? No planning. We just jump at, okay, I've made money and all of that for that. Some say, okay, this time I need to build my house and all of that. And then no planning. The next farming season is coming. You do not have seed to plant. So those of you who are still struggling that, I think there's going to be a special training we still hold. Of course, you're going to pay dearly for that because these are strategy. And some of those secrets that keep some people in the market, they don't make noise, but they are so sustained in the market. They are doing well. At least they are feeding their family, and they're not under pressure for all the care. Because I think these are some of the pressure that make a lot of people jump into Ponzi scheme and there. Of course, you have sold your mind. That's just the reason. Because a lot of people may not even have money to take care of themselves up to you, but yet they will never concede to some of those funny schemes. All right. So crypto is beyond what you think. Now, finally, I need to express this to everybody. In plan B, we segment, especially those of you on Bill with Me, Premium, and Private Mentorship. We always tell you when you come into crypto, number one, you must identify key areas in the crypto. You must identify key areas in the crypto. What are the areas? Number one, you have areas of day trading, which more or less people who scalp. And I've been telling people that every scalper is a scammer as far as crypto is concerned. You can scalp in forex, well, fine. So, but even in forex trading, institutions don't scalp, they swing. They find the best entry positions and calculate how many pips they are going to do. So I will calculate to do 1,000 pips. Somebody is going to do 1,000 pips. You know that it's not going to use 15-minute time frame. You should know that, right? They ride the market as expected, but you perhaps because how much money do you have? But effective planning is very, very important when you are coming into the market. So one aspect of the market, and that's where people have been deceived, is the first aspect. Yes, that's the most popular. People hear much about that, which is the day trading. Day trading now cut down to some people's scalp, but in the day trading, there's a spot trading. Okay, let me, for instance, those of you who have Binance, you have different exchange platform. Okay, so there's a day trading. Okay, there's a day trading on spot, and there's a day trading on future. Okay, there's a day trading on spot, there's a day trading on future. Now, so you need to identify yourself. Which area do I have? But I always advise people, when you are new persons to the crypto space, the first thing is knowledge. You must set yourself aside to want to learn. You must be ready to learn. That's the truth. Learn the basics, how to go about, navigate the market, fine. You are good to go, okay? Now, if that is the case, the next you need to do is that, okay, what approach should I give to the market? So you are strategizing yourself. What approach should I give to the market? So there's a day trading. There is some, in the day trading, you have future, you have spot. As a beginner, you need to start from spot. That's the truth. What is spot? You buy low to sell high and repeat the action over and over. And that's why you need an exchange, and then you need one or two tools like CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, you need Trading View, okay? You need Trading View. Oh, this guy, my market has hit and go. Thank you very much for the profit. So you need Trading View so that to be able to monitor, capture some of your platforms or your tokens so that you can follow them. How are you doing? This is your target and all of that. That's where you need mentor, not tormentors. You need mentor that will direct you, hold you by the hands. Hold you by the hands, not necessarily they are beating you physically, but you paid attention to learn the basics. So now, having partitioned your portfolio like that, yeah, then you now create other portfolio where you can just buy and hold for a long time. Yeah, and then you find the best entry position for that and just keep. And then you then need to follow information to buy what we call low gem, low caps, and all of that, that can pump and make some insane money for you. Not necessarily when you are jumping by force, because then to me, the least exposure you should have is when it has to do with future trading. Future trading is good, perhaps, but it's for people who have some backup fund. Because when your account get liquidated, unfortunately, people, when they want to start their future trading, they are so good in jumping around to use, what's it called? They want to use a very high leverage. But I've seen professionals do not use high leverage. You see that, I mean professionals who are growing wealth. How do I know? If you go to some of those exchange platforms, let's look at OKEX, for instance. And you go and look at the OKEX, let's look at their boards in OKEX, for instance. Let's look at OKEX trading board. You're going to see that the kind of, look at this is OKEX board, for instance, right? What you're going to see is that, let's look at the marketplace, for instance. Okay, let's look at the marketplace. Let's look at future. Okay, both future grid and future DSC. So let's look at future. If you're going to see, look at it, 1x. So this one, of course, suicidal, 50x, but you must have really, really done it But any trade that's going to keep for as long as possible, you are not going to see a high leverage. So you are going to see 1x, you're going to see 2x, 5x for real ones. 1x, 2x, 3x, 5x, and all of that, because they are going to be trading and be making money gradually, building, the asset beyond the gambling. Yeah. So look at this now, future. Yeah. So 12x. Okay, this one use 20x, 1x, 1x. Yeah. And they grow it. But I will see people who jump around and say, oh, and then once their account get liquidated, they start shouting. So you have to partition that, so that you'll be able to help yourself out of this problem. Okay, you have to help yourself out of this problem. Then that's a low gem opportunity coins. And when a coin is called, sometimes people it's not about the name of the coin, it's about the narrative around the coin. You want to take advantage of the coin when others are still looking at, okay, this coin is not going anywhere and all of that. You buy ahead of them. Yeah. So it's expedient. You learn how to go about this. Sometimes when we mention coin, people don't pay attention. Okay. Let me look at PLXS now as dumb. I'm sure. I sold some. I bought some and I sold. And I think I was waiting to see where to buy back. Let's look at the PLXS. Now, after when we talked that week, it was even lesser than this price, but it pumped very well, which was very nice. PLXS. Somebody will want to ask me, how do I buy PLXS? You will buy on the app.plxs. Okay, can you see now? So I think I did 170-something%. So now I'm still looking. That means I'm not gotten back to the market because I still expect it, to come down maybe, all right, maybe 5 or even back to where we were, okay? So, but you can see now it's trying to I'm taking a trend back, but I need to be sure before I get in back. So maybe if you are the type that want to monitor and observe, this type of coin, yeah, you may observe it until you see it giving you a headway, and then you can get in. So PLSX. So, but if you look at, I've told you that the narrative behind this guy, ULX, I think that last one we're buying was around 5.8, that is 0.05859 to 6. And now you can see now. So can I still buy? Well, why not? Maybe if it crosses 8.2, 8.3, and then remember we say it's going to be listed on Bitmart on the 1st of June. That's next week, Thursday. Yeah, you could still have some narrative that will pump it up, maybe up to 10 cents. Why not? So, but it's not a financial advice, guys. So I just used tonight to orientate some of us who are new, especially those of you who are new, to be careful, what you follow and those, hype people create around crypto and making you look like it's a hit and run. And then even the forex. I was reading through the 10 lies, people tell about forex, and then it gets to your mind. Number one, it's a get rich quick, right? So advertising has rapidly expanded the forex exchange retail market. This has brought many people into the arena who are, on a quest to get rich quickly. There's no mirage of that anywhere. It's just a building a castle on the air. It's not going anywhere. You can't get rich quick on forex. Neither can you get rich quick on the financial market. Don't get it twisted. Forex is just for short-term traders. That's not true. So look at what I say. High leverage has made short-term forex trading popular, but this is not the way it has to be. So long-term currency trends are driven by fundamental factors, and these long-term trends are tradable. So long-term traders focus on the larger trend and are not concerned with the everyday gyrations. So you can now see, right? Then the market is rigged. So when students say they fail me, they don't believe that they didn't write well. That's the same thing. Blame game. So losing traders often point to a rigged market or a corrupt broker as the reason for their failure. Now, I observed something just like I was saying in one of the concluding training that the Dean of Forex had for Evergreen FFS platform, because that's what we use for our passive decentralized income in the forex market, Evergreen FFS. And then I know, or like I was like letting them know that most time when you go on Telegram, people are going to be inviting you for forex flipping. It is better you do not start what you cannot sustain. So no body flip account that sustain the momentum. It's not possible. Market will never be a dice of when you put Siki for Siki on, and then play your Ludo. It's not going to be that. And that's why after some time they get dejected and say it's a forex guru. No body flip account that is counted to be part of the forex group. Nobody. So the market is not rigged against you. So it's just that you are rigging against yourself. So you can be right. You can be right every time. So losing a call. So loses a call and attempting to find a strategy that is right every time. We either leave the trader on the sidelines indefinitely or be now. So most time, people thought when we talk about right is that your winning should be more than your losing, but that you will never lose at all. Then you can kill yourself over time. So you can make money trading news. Those are some of those things. Now, making you believe that you can always win at all time. That's why when a little drawdown happens, people be calling. Like people who are on GDI now, hey, are you sure we are safe? Are you sure we are safe? Somebody even did that one analysis. GDI did 25% last month. Now we're in drawdown of 40%. What if we lose? When are we going to recover it? That is a holding trade. The trade continues. When eventually it closes, maybe 1% or 2%, you continue to move because people are not paying attention to the right development. That's why we have problem. I've told a lot of friends, don't ever use sweet talk over market or motivate anybody to the financial market. Share it liberally the way it is. They want to see it, fine. They don't want to see it. At the appointed time, Holy Spirit will help them if they cry for him. If they do not, don't become their meat. If not, the blame game will be on your head. I've learned my lesson for more than 2 decades in the space, online business, before even crypto and all of that. I've seen a lot of people when they come, you are trying to, that's why make your intention known from day one. If not, you are going to be misrepresented. That's the truth. Okay? And plan B, we are not known for gimmicks and all of that. If you come to plan B and somebody is just moving around you, let me help you to do it. It's misrepresenting plan B. It's not in our culture. We want people to know the secret of how money is grown. All right? So then there's another thing. Hey, you can make money in the news and all. Yeah, it's true, but not all time that you may win and lie the news. So those are the things you must keep off your mind. So, and also another lies they tell you, the more trade, the better. That's not true. So while it would be nice to think that if a trader makes money trading one per day, so they can make 10 times as much trading 10 times a day. This is generally not the case. Trading less and focus on few currencies pair that the trader understand will be beneficial to most traders. Can you see? And that's why you can see like the strategy we do in Evergreen. GDI concentrate on, solely on, AUD card and all of that. Let me even look at it, AUD card. So you can master your hands and your strategy, when you pick lesser. Just like when people are trading crypto, I say you have how much, you have little money and you are opening so many trade. No, it doesn't, it's not connecting. You have to be careful because the more trade you open, all right, the more AUD card. So the more vulnerable and okay, AUD card guy, it's okay. So we expect maybe kind of sharp up as trade is the kick up today or to crossing to tomorrow money. From here, I think that's already a support, as it were. It was already making a move that time, but of course I don't know. So you want to see another journey. It may take some days. right? Entering weeks for it to cross this journey again, struggle to break this place and over and over and over again. But how the magic will just happen that perhaps you amend your laws and all of that. Yes, you can be fine eventually. All right. So don't conceal to those funny things people are saying. Selling more, you make more. That's not true. So you can predict the market. That's not true. It's about probability. You can work on probability with a higher probability. But you can be so accurate about the market. That's not true. So attempting to predict them, downfall of a trader, okay, can be the downfall of a trader. So although it is most novice attempt to do, predicting can blind us as it causes a psychological bias towards a position and can disrupt our rational judgment. So understand that the market can even be twisted against you, and that's why you prepare ahead of it. And that's why the risk management is always introduced in Forex, for instance, of how many lot size you employ, and so that even when you have the trade that goes south, you don't have all your assets exposed to terrible risk of loss. So the more complex the strategy, the better. That's not true. Traders often begin with simple strategy and see a small return. They then assume that if they continue to tweak their system, taking into account a few more variables, that they will increase their return. No. In fact, keeping it simple is the best. And I've listened to a lot of people who tell me the indicator does not work. Well, I don't argue with them, but I can tell you for free that if you don't know the right combination of indicator, it can kill you faster than you ever expected. But it does not work, it's not true. So those are the things you have to keep yourself up. Money management just means stopping. No. So you have to learn all of those things. And the last thing, just follow what others are doing. That's not true. Only you may be in one side. Other people will fool in the other side. That does not mean you are wrong. What you attest to who is wrong and who is right is just a question of time. So, ladies and gentlemen, all this I'm just giving to us is that I've seen the cry of a lot of people in the financial market. They have lost so much money, right? They have lost so much money, and eventually nothing to show, and then they are still following gullibly. I say people you call your mentor are actually tormentors, because it's not about, if you look at it now, the least you can see in the market is the aspect of gambling, but that's what is more popular. Now, what you need is the right skills with the right information, and then you can help yourself out. So, ladies and gentlemen, Plan B Express is known not for gambling, but for education, for information, for right orientation, and letting people learn how to do it by themselves. Operation Do It Yourself. We have good things that are coming up on board very soon in our platform. Too many beautiful things. And it will trust you to know that I've told you we don't only do all about maybe crypto. It will trust you to know that I love farming. I'm into farming. I'm into real estate. But maybe these are like side hustle. But you want to fall back to something, yeah? While building yourself, you are now doing what we call a kind of foreign reserve. And many of you would, of course, I saw some chart the other time of my stock market. So I do not need to tell you what's my portfolio. After all, what made me come to the financial market, the crypto, the decentralized system? I don't want anybody to know what my worth. It's not necessary. So now you too want to build some wealth that you don't need to start arguing with people. Don't stroll to be rich. Just be rich and be okay. So we're going to be showing you a lot of things over time on platform we are bringing up. Excuse me. Where you can trade crypto, forex, stock market, both national and international, that means local stocks and all of that, and you'll be happy with yourself. The flip of fingers, you'll be buying stocks by yourself, and then you make money. That's diversification. A lot of people wouldn't know that, okay, if you look at us now, those people who have been building maybe their ecosystem on like Evergreen, for instance. If you are committedly doing that, I saw somebody has said the least account you're supposed to have is 3. One should be account you created to be having some fun, to be buying your low gem. One should be account you created that, okay, anything that's coming there, I can take care of my family. One should be created for longevity. whereby you say, okay, let it just be there. Let me see what happened the next 1 or 2 to 3 years, all right, to grow wealth. Okay, what if I keep it there? And then for the next 2, 3 years, or when the next bear market will come after the bull run, so I can have where to be pulling out money to be buying my coin. These are strategy, but it's actually very not easy for people. And that's why the Ozigbo type of hit and run is always appealing. When they come around, okay, this thing you are saying, you know, I'm too busy, that's why I do not have time and all of that. It's not true. It's just that you give yourself too much to some of those funny schemes. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations if you are here tonight. I'm sure what should be enough for the wise. And we have said we continue our activities by, I think the second week of June. That I think is from the 6th Monday. Then the June online training for basic and intermediate will kick off. Please don't get it twisted. You can subscribe for any of the training. You know, if you go to our portal www.planbexpress.com, and then you can click and download the app, join the free platform, because we are coming up with some new updates and all of that. Join the free platform, is free for you. Then if you want to be on private mentorship and all of that, I've told you, we are not doing any promo on all our subscription. We are done with promo. It only takes maybe just the touch of God that will make us to say we are doing any promo. Yeah, you can be on our Plan B2 again, refer people to subscribe to any subscription, and you can have 10%. You know, imagine somebody, you know, coming to the private mentorship, and you are giving 10% of that $5,000. It's something, so you can help yourself. So a lot of things are coming up and to help our community very well. But please, I will beg us, in the name of God, desist from funny scheme. They will kill you faster than your time. Those things derail people. Those things don't allow you to build the skills. Imagine when you build the right skills for over the years, those skills will still be relevant. I don't know how many of us feel like when you can buy some low gem. Of course, I don't need to start teaching you that partition. You want to know how to strategically do this, you have to pay for it. That's the truth. But I've seen people who could not cope. You thought they were doing well. And of course, they were not doing well. They were not doing well. You thought they were doing well. They were not doing well. Because while you thought they were doing well, they just make, boom, they make some money, they bought new car, they do this. Oh, this guy is doing well. That is not a sign of doing well. Yeah. So when the bull run now finish and the bear market come, he start selling Oporoko in my wild market in Port Harcourt, or in Agege market in Lagos, or in Ogbete market in Enugu, or whatever. That's not how it's been doing well. It's to build wealth consistently, working through it. And that's where the frustration comes in. I've seen a lot of people, they get frustrated because no planning. No planning. I can tell you for free now, some people maybe make some crazy money on Shiba Inu, how many, maybe 1 year or 2 years ago. They don't have any little fraction that can be like a financial backup for them up to now. So how will you tell such person is doing well? So it's not about showcasing and raising shoulder that will define your doing well. Your doing well is to the betterment of you being able to make independent decisions at all time. I have told us time that number. The first breaking even in your crypto is that you are able not to be bringing new money from your external account, that's your private account, into your crypto or into your online. So the online should be feeding themselves. So that over time, when some coin pump, you sell and reserve the money. So when they just, okay, we want to, you say, let me top up my Evergreen $5,000. You don't need to go to your bank account. I can agree, those of us who are maybe new, you are just coming in. Maybe you come and say, I'm starting my business with $100, $200, $1,000, $10,000, $20,000. But you are very meticulous to look at it. After 1 year or 2 or 3, have I broken even? Your breaking even is not when you buy a car. Your breaking even is that you have running capital going on. No matter what happens, come rain, sunshine, you still have money to inject to other opportunity as you are doing. And that's the whole essence of diversification. Okay? So if you have a question, as somebody saying, no coin to invest in now, that means you are not learning. Maybe you have to go and enroll. I will never speak in direct. I've told those, I start speaking in parable, since last year, October, and I will not stop till 2025. I've made it a vow. I'm not going to break that covenant. So if you are new, maybe you may not understand my language so much. But if you are not new and yet do not understand it, maybe over the time you will be able to understand it. Okay. All right. So any question, if you have question, you can raise your digital hands, and then I will allow you to ask your question, or some you may want to type the question on the chat box. Why not? All right. So please, you have question, we have a few minutes to do that. Okay. Somebody saying, okay, the June trading date. Yeah, the timetable is going to be out, but we are kicking off. Remember the training, all the training are already on our Telegram for each of the academic training, basic, intermediate, advanced, and masterclass. Why we have to set some dates is the fact that while students participate in the classes, I will always have a day, maybe in a week, with them for review, for question and answer and an add-on. And so that's be by next week on the 5th, then we fix a date in the week that we are going to be meeting morning, afternoon, and night, so that for the purpose of people, some people work or their time difference and all of that, but the date will be specified for only people who are paid for any of the academy. But we are starting next week. That is on the 5th of June. And then all the training already in the back office, on the Telegram, where you subscribe, you are given access to it. Then you start from the point 1 and all of that. Then we take a day in the week and review together, because it's not theory, it's practical. So when people are talking just theoretically, it doesn't really add up, okay? So you want to be part of it, of course, you have to go to the Plan B Express, or you can call on any of us and then make your payment, and then you begin access for any of the training. I think that's going to help. Okay. Yeah. So I could see hands. Let me just unmute you. Bichi, come in. Just okay. Sorry, just a moment. All right. Bichi, your hand was up. I think I'm sure. So you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
You're welcome.
Okay, my question is just two. One is sometime last 2 weeks, a link was sent to us to participate in one airdrop, AIPTP something, and
okay.
I don't know. I think the site at a point started having problems, but we are actually supposed to do it for 7 days. So at some point you will discover that it will go back and start afresh. So I don't really know whether that is still working.
Okay.
Then second, the question is, I don't know if you have anything, if you have observed what is going on with Eternity Club lately, and if there is anything you have to say as concerning their launch, and if there's anything somebody can do to just maybe have a better stand on that. As in, we participated in the pre-sale like 2 years ago. I don't know. So I've just been observing them, but then some things are not quite clear. I don't know if you have taken note of that.
Okay, number one, understanding. Did you stake? Because we all stake. I stake, and then I just left because, like, from day one, Eternity Club, I always say we are not rushing to launch. And when they say it will take to 2023, I was so surprised. And so when the staking came in, I have to stake, and I told everybody to stake. Did you stake?
I didn't stake because they are talking about node, and I didn't know how to.
No, I did explanation about that. Maybe you have to go to my YouTube and show there are people who are going to be like a validator. Is when you talk about node. There are 2 staking. When you skip the other one, if you're just taking for only one wallet, where you keep a wallet where your Eternity, your Ethno is, and the other one is keep. You have to go to my YouTube, because I did a video, and I'm sure virtually very many persons have done the staking, and I think as low as 5,000 or 3,000 something. Yeah. So it is when you want to be a validator that you need a node wallet, and then you set different categories and all of that. So I'm sure you skip. I think I did a write-up of the procedure. So you check on my YouTube channel, or you go back to either the cash flow system on Telegram and maybe type Atlantic Cloud steps, or if anybody in our forum still have it, can send it. I sent a procedure on how it should be done. And that now on the aspect of the airdrop, maybe you have a network challenge. And when you say it went back, yes, once you miss any day, go back to the previous time. That's the truth. Nothing has happened to the portal. If you have a network challenge, number one, your MetaMask or your wallet should be on Ethereum. And once you miss a day and you didn't come in because it's supposed to be daily and you didn't come in, yeah, so this is it. You didn't come in for a particular day. Look at it, it's still ongoing. Now, like today, I've come in and checked in, and I missed a day. It will take you back again to the starting. If you don't miss a day, just continue that way. Even when the 7 day has completed, just continue until we hear whatever thing. Remember, these are BRTC, the BRC narrative and all of that. So you just continue to click. So the moment you miss any day, it takes you back to start from day one again. That's what it means. So nothing has happened to the portal. Perhaps maybe your network was bad and that was it.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So any other question, anyone? Okay, at this point in time, I think I will just if it's not tired, CNN, there was one powerful event that happened in Kwara State today on one of the platforms we want to be using over time for stock and different things we'll be using Admirals. And I'm going to be unravel it over time to us in our ecosystem on how we're going to be using the platform for stock, for different marketplace and all of that. So I will unmute CNN. You have one or two things to tell us, and how was the event today in Kwara State?
Yeah, good evening, sir, my boss.
Aribiloya, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you for your support and everything in this ecosystem. And thank God for you preaching the true gospel for financial freedom for a lot of people. And I believe very soon, everybody will know the truth. Very, very soon. The era of Ponzi scheme, I think that it's time to come to an end totally. For the event of Ilorin, we really thank God. And for the youth success, we have over 430 in the hall. And the hall was fully full, and people were standing and hungry for success. And one of the key things that we are passing to them and they love is that they have been using for a lot of funny game in the past, but the end has come for all the positive skill for them. So they were very happy to be with us. We are there for more than 5 hours, and they are even refused to go. They want more. And because of that, also, because only opening eyes cannot help them. So we are having a workshop from tomorrow now to Friday for them to learn better. Wow. So a lot of things is going.
Wow.
A lot of things is going here. And today we have an executive dinner for a high top profile in the city of Ilorin. And we have 25 in attendance.
Wow.
That is the CEO of an organization. We have a regional bank from First Bank was in our presence today. We have the bursar from about 2 universities. We have 3 professors also join us. So we have a lot of investors from different endeavors that are joining us for today. So I'm just returning from home. I say I will not miss today's lecture because I don't want to miss my dose. So I don't want to miss out to know what is happening in a new week. So that's why I said, let me join and see what will happen. So I think the next city we are coming in, it is Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
So we will inform you, and every information will be made available, sir. So thanks for being there always. We love you, and we love everything that you have been doing in this financial ecosystem, for telling the truth from day one that I've met you. The truth is always there. Thank you very much.
Wow, God bless you, sir. I think you are making my longer throat as if I should just, I wish I have, it's high time I have so that, or private jets, and just land in Kwara State to come and enjoy the Mende 1 week workshop. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you very much for what you do. And I'm sure together, we would definitely deal with the demo and the gorilla or Ponzi scheme in Africa, because it has actually dehumanized a lot of people. We have people committing suicide, people are dying. Man, that's crazy. We must have really be very heartless to see that thing still continue and then we do nothing about it. That's to me, that is dehumanizing. So God will give us grace, and for at least when a good news or good thing is shared more than enough, it will get to the right people. That's my belief.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity and for the update.
Thank you very much, sir. I remain loyal, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to be inviting the Dean of Forests, because we're having a very big event at Uyo. I think next week, I'm going to be inviting the Dean of Forests. He's going to be giving us updates and so far and all of that. And a quick recap of the event he had today with people because of the promo. So he's going to tell us more about the promo of Evergreen Fest ongoing, and of course the event we're having at Uyo. As in, my own is that I just enter Moto. In fact, as he just go, I just enter his booth, go there and go and do evangelism. So over to you, sir.
I celebrate you, sir. Thank you so much once again for what you do for our community. If we have more persons like you, the world will be a better place in a very shortest possible time. But it's just that the messengers are very few right now. And the ones you have in the open, they are the fake prophets. So we need people, we need more people like you in this space so that more persons can be liberated, because we have more evangelists, the message will go further than it is right now. God bless you, sir. All right, Evergreen FFS was storming Uyo this in June 18. June 18 is a mega event. It's not a toy event, it's a mega event, as in, and we are using one of the biggest places in Uyo. If you know what Bridge Hotel, that's where even politicians and most top Iraq people do their events. So that's where we are using for the event, and it's happening on the 18th of June. 18 is on a Sunday. That's when it will be happening. And Wat Bridge is on, what's the name of that road again? Opposite Ibom E Library, okay? Opposite Ibom E Library, along, let me just get it, please, shortly. I need to be sure. Okay, so the address is IBB Avenue, yes. Number 11/12, 11A/B, IBB Avenue, opposite Ibom Hall, Uyo, on the 18th of June. It's happening live. Then Evergreen FFS launched a family promo. That was yesterday. Okay, that was on Friday night, and is running till 31st of this month, which is on Wednesday. Take advantage of this opportunity. A lot of people are actually looking for, they've been waiting for promo to come in. Now, 25% is huge. 25% of $300 is $75. That's a big one. Then 75% of $500 is $125. That can do something. So invite your friends, your family, colleagues, and take advantage of this opportunity. Now, the presentation we had this evening was not a routine. It was not a normal thing we do every day. I shared the opportunity, and it was just one person, just one person that talked to me to say, say this Evergreen FFS, Anyway, I think I would want a situation whereby it would be broken down. I asked him to wash I shared some of the videos with him. Said frankly, anything that is already done is usually difficult for him. That if there is a live presentation, he will appreciate it. That's okay. For your sake, we're going to run an emergency presentation tomorrow, which that was yesterday, which was what gave birth to what we did today. And he was in the first session by 5 p.m. And surely he's going to come on board. So I encourage you to bring up your people. This is an opportunity, all right, to liberate our people financially. It may not be easy to start, but just start from where you are. Thank you, boss, for the opportunity. God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you very much for that update. So everyone, like I've said, I know technically, if you are not so much cluster around Plan B, you may find it so difficult to stake to do the farming, right, of this platform, the PLSC and all of that. Now, there's something I want to show to us. Not everybody will get it on time, but over the years, you will get it. I do some things that I call it flexible movement in the market. When you are doing farming, I always create different wallets for different purposes because I know the market will go up and down. Now, when you look at it like this account, I love using this account as an experiment. When this account was created, it was $100 worth of the LP that was here. And I showed to us where the market continued to move up last week. And this money got up to as high as $220, which means it has done 120% of the equity itself. Now, and it was getting accrual. Now, in creating different partition, I can use one. I say, as the market pump, even though I created the account for farming, I cannot take such when the market pump. Of course, you need to understand the dynamics, the pumpamental issue, and all the narrative around such project. I know when, okay, it's going to take a reversal, and I'll plug it out, right? After unplugging it, sell off into USDT and allow it to come down and buy the volume back. Though within those days, you will lose the accrual that ought to be coming. But you know you created not only one, you have 2, 3. Now, this particular one will be the one to suffer use. It's been stopped out. That's what we call the flexible staking. As it's been stopped out, when the market come down, maybe I must still be waiting now, finding the new entry. Now, what I've done is that I've taken advantage of time. Now, the other one will continue, irrespective of even the price dump, it doesn't matter. The price pump, it doesn't matter. Over the years, it has a purpose to solve. Then this one has solved certain purpose. And when I'm going to rebuy back, I may use half of the money to buy back the same liquidity I had before, and I can leave that one to be there and take this money. Anyway, what I'm showing to us is what makes you a businessman in the digital space. Beyond the normal thing people just do, jamboree here and there. But a Rome was not built in a day, and you can't get this thing cheaply. It's not inside any book. It's a person template that you just copy and paste, and then we just go. I told somebody, I say, if it were like, Plan B is not like maybe financial ministry, let me call it that way. If I'm just taking instruction from maybe some of my mentor, nobody will hear my voice. I just copy and paste, relax yourself, sleep, copy and paste, relax yourself. That's why there's no need for any noise. So now I know it may be difficult for some of you. So what you now need to do is, it means you probably will have to need the help of somebody who is going to take you through bridging in. Just like what we bridge in ULS farming. But the bridging of the ULS farming was a little bit easier, than this guy. So you have to now bridge in through Ethereum, like sending USDT. But the bridging style of this, I'm not going to go there because I'm wrapping up already. When you bridge, it's going to take time and wait. It will ask you to go and claim it in the new blockchain. When you claim it, that's where you're done. That with that, until you bridge in, I always advise you can just bridge in USDT. But where you may have issues is that you have to contact with maybe people who have the PLSC token before, or you go to the other this platform where it may take time before you can drop. So you can ask people out PLS if they can sell for you. And when they sell for you, you make sure you have enough PLS because of the gas fee. Then you can now pair, the PLSC and PLS. I'm not going into those details, but I'm just telling you, you can't go straight and get it done. So you have to bridge in money from your Ethereum blockchain so that you'll be able to now provide liquidity where you go to farm, and then you go to trade, and you're going to go to liquidity and then add liquidity, okay? So you're going to add liquidity. So let's say it's PLS. Okay, there's some PLS here. Oh, so let's say it's PLSS you want to do. So let's say it's like 1 million PLSX, okay? And then you go ahead, supply and all of that, or let's say just little fraction because there's done here, let's say 700,000, and then it gives you that, it says supply and all of that. Then you now go back to farm, and then you click on, just like here, for instance, just click, let's say it's here, you click on enable, and then after the enable, you wait confirmation, and then you click supply. Then you are done doing the farming. That's all. So the same thing on ULX, Ultron Swap, we do that. I've done a lot of video about that, so you can go check the video, and then you'll be able to do. Then the same thing on drip file set. I think there's something like drip file set. Many of us now will not look at it because the price dumps so crazily. And I always tell people, when it has to do with all of those things, you just continue to do. When it's going to pay off, it pay off. All right. And that's the whole essence why you diversify a lot. When you diversify, you're able to overcome issues, right? So if you are, a drip network, for instance, you want to participate in it, you will need to take a link, and then what you do, if you take a link, for instance, where you click on, and it's going to ask you to get a booty. At that point, it doesn't have a booty. It's going to ask you to get a booty. So you have to copy the link. There's address attached to the link sent to you. You have to copy. That is the ERC20 or BSC wallet. You copy it, and then you're going to get to a place where you say get a booty. You paste it and validate. Once it's validated, then you are good to go, right? The next you do is you want to have a BNB, and probably if you want to swap from here, right, from the foundation, you can say, okay, I have some BNB and I want to buy. Okay, so let's say you want to buy what of 1 BNB, all right? Come on, time and season. I remember when 1 BNB, okay, we only buy you 8 when we started, 8 pieces. Yeah, if I was lucky when I bought, it was like 8 pieces. Later, you can only buy 12. Can only buy you 8. Later, I can only buy you 3 or 4. Look at it now, 1,043 can buy you. So you can just use 1 BNB, sacrifice it there, and then all you do is to just keep compounding. Who knows what's going to happen eventually? Who knows? Nobody can say. And then you have to come to the file set, and then click on it. Maybe it's maximum or whatever. You now click on it and click on deposit. You're good to go. And then it continues. So maybe every day you want to be compounding. So let's say if you have average of, so I build different wallets. So I say, okay, if I can build different wallet average of 10,000 pieces, who knows what will become over the years? Maybe it can just return to $1 or $2. So that means if I have 10,000 pieces of these, so what can happen is that, 10,000 pieces. So 10,000 pieces, sorry, multiplied by 0.01. So like 100 pieces of the token, who knows? So I'm just being, and different farming you can do or liquidity as it were. So thank you, everybody. So you want to be part of any of those things, you can get back to us on the group. If you are not on our Telegram or WhatsApp and all of that, ask your friends or your leader to get you connected, and then you can always pick information. You get to my YouTube channel, you can study and learn so many things for free there. I don't want to see any, nobody will give me an excuse, I'm not making money. There's so much money on the air, legitimately, not all those Ponzi schemes. Be careful, because you will destroy your life, you will destroy your human dignity, you will dehumanize yourself, you become like a demon yourself, because that means it's a reprobate mind and you have lost your conscience. People say all this, all that and die. That's not true. That is wickedness from the pit of hell. So thank you very much, everyone. Do have a nice time. Enjoy your night. Bye-bye.